It's sound off time. What's up, fellas? How you doing tonight? Today? Who knows what time?
React to me.
Who knows what time it is?
Yeah,
in this crazy world we live in.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Good to see you guys again. It's been
good to see you too.
It's been forever. I can
Been a
say
while.
that.
It has been
It has been a
forever.
while.
It's been a while.
Hey guys, we've been really enjoying doing these reaction videos because it keeps us to like on point. We don't really say that much.
Well,
Then hopefully you guys get something new that you haven't seen before, and then you guys can go watch, support, do whatever you guys got to do. Today we're going to be reacting to Stryper. What's the name of the song, Doug?
Transgressor.
Transgressor. Okay. So yeah, if you guys aren't a fan of old school 80s metal, Christian metal, you will be soon after today. So Doug, do you want to you're the only one on the panel who've seen this.
Right.
So you've seen it, Johnny, Robbie. I haven't seen it either. So let's go ahead, jump into this video. Do you want to say anything about it, Doug, before we roll?
One is from their new album, The Final Battle, which made the Billboard charts, hit the top Christian rock album, top Christian album, and top metal album, not Christian metal, but top metal album. For a band that's been around for like almost 40 years, to still be kicking it and not in wheelchairs and walkers. But a funny story, before I was going to bring them in at one point, and they asked for oxygen tanks. So I thought that was funny.
Wow.
I'm like reading the writer and I'm like, oxygen tanks? And my wife had to remind me they're old now. So anyways, the production of the video, I want your guys' honest take, because you always make fun of me about Stryper. So
Yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, this is Transgressor.
well, it's no Imperial.
Stryper. Here we go.
Imperial.
anyone that can hold a note and has a voice like that, man, much respect. Like that's insane.
And he's
Especially at his age.
60.
I know. I know. Like he can hold it, man. Wow.
What's
That's
funny
good video.
though is that those guys, I mean, I know I'm a huge Stryper fan. They're my first real Christian rock band that I ever listened to. They're heavier now than they ever were. And I mean, Michael Sweet kind of looks like a pirate, but
Yeah, what was up with that? That's what I
Yeah,
want
is something wrong with his eye? I was going to ask. I don't want to be
He touched
disrespectful. Though.
retina, didn't he?
Right,
Did he?
yeah, right before
Yeah.
they started recording this record, his retina got detached, and he had to have like something like 5 or 6 surgeries because it kept on detaching.
So it gives him an edge. It gives him a little more edge. Now, look, I will say this: I'm a more Michael Sweet album fan than Stryper fan, and Doug would cringe at that, because I do love Michael Sweet's voice.
Yeah, it's great.
There's a difference between Michael Sweet's solo records and Stryper records. There's a difference. There's a vast difference, and I've always been more of a fan, other than the really classics, the 80s, the real 80s stuff there. I will say this, for a band that doesn't play in churches, Johnny, you probably know as well, the spiritual content that was in that song is actually probably stronger than most Christian music that comes out today.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and you play it, you're around it, I mean, even the worship songs aren't even as biblical strong based as a song like that. So I know it's Stryper, you got to be a little older probably to love their music, but
why is that? My 18-year-old loves Stryper.
I mean just like why they're not playing it still on mainstream radio.
Well,
right?
heavy metal, right? I mean, it's rock, right? So mainstream radio, for the most part, like top 40 type stuff, we just probably won't play it just because the audience are not into hard music. But any type of person that's got appreciation for hard music or heavy metal, I mean, how can you not give respect that they're a talented
Well, it's just
band,
not
for
popular.
sure.
It's not popular with the full youth, right? It's not the hip hop, the EDM, all that kind of stuff that that's taken.
But there was a time when it was like in for everyone. You went to a party and that's all you heard. Like I went through my headbanger days, heavy metal, Def Leppard, Metallica, the whole thing. And it's good quality music. You just have to appreciate it or like it. Like Johnny always talks about how his wife goes crazy with some of the music he likes because it's so hard. But again, it's like a taste. It's not for everyone. But that doesn't discount the fact that somebody can see talent. Even if it's not their genre, they can
the
say,
music was super tight in this video.
Yeah.
I thought that was, I mean, production wise, I mean, Doug, I mean, that was super tight. I really appreciated that. I would say this. There's some Stryper songs I wouldn't give a second listen to. I would continue listening to this, and I don't even know.
And I gotta say, I love the black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I love that whole theme of the new album.
The new theme is their old theme.
Yeah, I know it is. I know, but like the black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. But you see it in the video, right? But I had to throw that in there, right? So,
I just, to me, when you look at a band that's had a career that has spanned almost 40 years, that is still kicking. I mean, even in the secular realm, tell me one 80s metal band that is still writing music, that is still selling albums and not just doing shows of their.
That's true. Metal. That is true. That is true for metal, heavy metal. Yeah, that might be true.
They just did a cruise with all these major 80s hair metal bands and rock bands in the 90s. And from what I heard is that they crushed it. They were better. They were one of the best bands that was on that cruise. And they don't do Christian shows. They don't tour with Christian.
But they pretty much pioneered Christian heavy metal. Wouldn't you say Stryper were kind of it, or would you say it was? Yeah. So I mean, they were literally the first to break through. True, but Stryper was kind of the biggest, and like they were the trailblazers. They were the trailblazers. Yeah,
no doubt. They're the ones that.
I know Petra was in there. I'm not saying Petra's like Stryper, but I'm saying Petra was kind of a little harder. But again, were they around the same time, or Petra hadn't been around as long as Stryper? Like who came out first?
Petra came out first.
Yeah, Petra was 72.
But they were a little softer, kind of compared to a Stryper, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, originally Petra was not as hard as it. Petra got a little harder in the
Yeah,
80s,
it
but
did.
Well,
It did.
when
That
they
was
lost
Stryper hard.
Greg X Voles, they became harder because John Schlitt was more of a
That's
Michael
right.
Sweet vocalist.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, where
And also
you
it
can
was
get the
in
higher
harder
octave.
music was in too, just with the youth and just in general. That was kind of in at that time as well too, right? So yeah.
But we can't. What about the Imperials? That's what I'm wondering. Why hasn't the Imperials?
Can we watch a video at some point?
Where's
Maybe we're gonna
their
do a
new
sound
album?
off reaction video to an Imperials just so we can lay it to waste that we're all in agreement. It's probably the worst video we've ever seen.
oh, stop it. I like the Imperials.
No,
so-
but the video, not the music, a
Yeah.
video of the Imperials. Can you imagine? Like
You
it
guys
would be
make fun
nothing
of the
to it.
Imperials so much, but I'm not actually the only one that actually likes them. So.
Yeah, but
I mean,
seen a
well,
video.
like I don't like some of the stuff, but I like a lot of the stuff.
No,
I
but
like the
video,
Imperials.
Chris,
I
video
do.
though, video for production value. We're talking videos. We're watching music
Hey,
videos,
look,
Imperial music videos.
I mean, Doug, have they come out with another video from this record?
They have not because they've been touring.
Okay, yeah, I would love to see the
Because it
next
put them up for
round.
about 3 weeks.
What was that?
Is it probably because it bedridden them for about 3 weeks?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the oldest person in the band is Robert, the drummer, and he's like 65 years old.
Wow.
No, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
so-
It's
Yeah.
good to see a storied career like that.
But then again, guys, it's going to be Toby. We're going to be saying Toby's doing a show at 75, and
True. That
nobody's
is
going to
true.
be
How,
batting
how
right.
old is Toby now? Like 50?
Yeah, he's
51?
over 50. Yeah, he's about
Well,
51.
is it
Yeah.
50?
He's basically my age.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if he can hit the octaves like Michael Sweet, but
No. There's no way.
Toby's not a singer. Toby's a performer who sings.
well, I know when he brings Mandisa out with him and all that kind of stuff, but you know, I want to see Toby hit it. I want to see Toby.
You're right, though. Toby will be about
What
65
about a
and he'll still be
Toby
doing concerts.
Stryper collab.
Stryper.
I
Toby.
mean, Michael W. Smith did it with Stryper,
Yeah, it's true.
but
That'd be
you
quite
know,
the collab.
I mean,
they were
would you
trying to
listen-
figure out
would you
where
listen
Amy
to it?
Grant was because Michael Sweet and Amy Grant can't be in the same room because you know they kind of sound a lot.
Toby Mac is
alike.
58.
58.
Oh, wow. We were way
Yeah.
off, man. He's almost 60. Or there you go. He will
He's
be
Michael
touring at
Sweet's
65.
age.
He is.
Dang. That's why he wears all that makeup.
Yeah, wow. 58. I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah, and look, both of them went through hardships,
Yeah.
and their faith has remained strong. So,
Yeah.
if you guys aren't familiar with Stryper's past catalog, make sure you guys go check that out. Check out the video link so you guys can watch it in its full, uninterrupted sound off edition. Check that out, guys. Hey, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We did another short reaction video, and I think these are really fun for us to do because they don't take up our whole entire night. So
Or day. We don't know what time it is
don't know,
actually where
right?
you're
Who knows?
watching.
Whenever you're watching.
Whenever
Yeah.
you're watching. Yeah.
maybe we're gonna get Elijah on one of these videos.
We
And we're gonna
definitely
get some-
do.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get some guests to come on. I would love to get some artists to react to their videos like we did with Luke Garrity and react to his
That'd be fun.
We
his-
got to be doing this though, if we can possibly, like the minute something's released as well. We got to do a few of those just to see how those hit.
Yeah.
When something is just releasing, like we already have the the release schedule, and we're like, okay, it's dropping in like 2 days. I'm sure we can arrange it for 15 minutes.
We need to bring Alan Aguirre on to tell us what he was doing back in the 80s.
Yeah, we should have a cringe.
That would be a rated R
scattered
show.
few outfits and just have a compilation of all the worst clothing that he wore on stage and have him justify those things. So we'll do that. That'll be super fun. But yes, hey Doug, thanks for the good pick, Stryper. That was awesome. We talk about him a lot here on Sound Off, and we give them their props, knowing that it's not everybody's cup of tea. But when you really look deep into their lyrics and what they stand for, we can all get behind that. And their music doesn't suck. So there we have it. So thank you guys so much for being here on Sound Off. We'll catch you on the flippity flop.
Later.
Love you.
The breath in my lungs just can't hold me. No man. Start a revolution with no man control. I'm gonna start a revolution with the breath in my lungs. Sound off. Sound off.